Welcome to our Meet the Candidates interview series. We have Marcus Sanders running for the hotly contested seat in Midtown. You're one of 4 candidates. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little nervous, but I'm good.
All right.
Good. Now that you're here, I'm good. In person, you really do exist.
Well, let's get right to it. What makes you the most qualified candidate for this seat?
Well, first of all, I'm Alaska born and bred. I was born here in Anchorage, Alaska. My parents came here via military. I literally have lived in Midtown since the 3rd grade. I lived over on Abbott for a few years, and my parents bought a home over in Midtown, and I went to school in Midtown, Tudor Elementary, then on to Windler Middle School, where I work now, and then on to East High School, and I'm currently a student at Wayland Baptist University. And I feel like, it was an open seat, and it was trying to step up my game in public service, and I thought this was the right time, and so I threw my hat in to better serve my community.
Well, if voters choose you, what's the first action you want to take once you're an assembly member? What's the first issue you want to address?
First of all, I'm a safety bug. I was always that guy trying to protect those who couldn't protect themselves, the little vigilante in high school. So when I go door to door and I hear constituents talking about public safety, crime is going up, the murder rate's going up, it's never been this way. My first priority would be public safety. My second priority would be education, because I work in the Anchorage School District. I do have my own kiddos in the Anchorage School District. I came up in the Anchorage School District. I have 2 at Rogers Park and 1 at Windler Middle School, where I work right now, and I know their future is very important. I know what's coming up ahead right now, and those would be my first priorities.
Let's talk about the budget. The Assembly just passed a budget.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it? Obviously, I think you have some thoughts, something you might have done differently.
Yeah, well, there's no secret what's going on with the budget. I know everyone's kind of got their cheeks clenched right now, and everyone's pretty nervous, but it affects me in a major way, especially with the ASD budget right now, because jobs are threatened right now. A lot of people are wondering what's going to happen, laying off teachers right now, and I'm not afraid to say it. My job too, at the present time, is on the rocks right now. So I think with the budget, we just have to be a little smarter with our spending. We're going to have to pull back a little bit. In our household coming up, when things got tight, we had to lay everything out on the table and say, hey, we're going to have to pull back. So we just have to be a little smarter with our spending right now. And we've been in this situation before. This is not the first time Anchorage has been in this situation. We've been here, we've done that before. We're just going to have to pull back a little bit with our budget.
Do you have ideas of places where you think we could trim some fat?
That's always a hard question. I don't want to make anybody mad, but if we had to pull back, I would probably say scale back in possibly Parks and Recs right now. But I would only think that would be for a season. Just for a season until we got ourselves back on our feet.
Do you support a sales tax as a way to maybe take some of the burden off of property tax owners, diversify our tax base a little bit under the current tax cap?
No one likes the word tax. No one
People
likes
hate
it. People hate that word tax. I hate the word tax. I don't like it. But the question is, for this present time in this season, is it necessary? It might be necessary, but do I support it? No, but would I support a seasonal tax if it was necessary? Possibly. But no one likes that word tax, and no, right now, I would not support a sales tax right now, because I'm on a budget right now, and so is everybody else. So a sales tax, I don't know how that would operate in everyone's home right now.
What do you think property owners would say when they hear you say that? And they're like, well, we're paying all the taxes right now. Share the love.
I've had constituents from door to door tell me, make sure that you don't raise my sales tax. Make sure you don't raise property tax. I don't want property tax. No, I haven't had one, yes.
So they just want property taxes to stay the same, and they don't want any more taxes?
Stay the same, no more taxes. They hate the word tax, no tax.
What grade would you give the Anchorage Muni on how it's handling the homeless issue?
The homeless issue is never an easy situation, and it's not an overnight situation, but I want to give them B+. No, I know that. I know our current mayor. He's trying the best he can to find, affordable housing for homeless. But the question is, how many actually want to get off the street? Because me working with the homeless at times, working and volunteering at Beans Cafe, you find individuals. If you ask them, if you had a choice to be in a house and you had heat, and you had this, and you had that, everything you needed, would you want that? And some say no. So we have a large percentage who kind of like their lifestyle the way it is. Then you have the percentage who would like a roof over their head. So diversifying, I'm sorry, just cutting the percentage in half and asking those who want to help and those who don't want to help. But the municipality I think they're on the right path right now to helping our homeless. It's not an easy fix. It's not overnight. And it's going to take some time when it's working together.
The mayor plans to increase the police force by 56 officers this next fiscal year. You said public safety is your top priority, or at least one of them. Do you think there are other ways we can address public safety concerns in addition to or other than hiring officers?
I believe the mayor's on the right path right now. I do believe that we are under the number of officers that we need. So having the right amount of officers on our streets, I believe would make constituents feel safer. I believe the mayor is going the right path. He's putting in more academies. Every couple months, we're getting more cadets on the streets. So I feel he's going in the right direction. Like I said before, it just takes time. It takes time. I know the crime rate is up right now, but it's not going to take overnight. It's going to take a while for those numbers to come back down. And we have to wait for the process to work through.
The mayor has also said he will not allow our police department to round up refugees for the immigration service, even under the threat of losing federal funds. Do you agree or disagree with that position?
I agree with him.
You agree with him?
I mean, come on. I mean, what is this? The siege? We're rounding up people. I agree with the mayor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You found it kind of comical. You don't see that ever happening.
I'm not going to say it never could happen, but just hearing it, just one-on-one, it's like, no, I agree with the mayor. I really wouldn't want to foresee, people getting rounded up, thrown in cages. Where's my son?
No. Okay. Do you think the city should find a way to allow ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft to start operating in Anchorage?
I do. My brother lives in LA, and I got a brother who lives in Texas, and they love it. I would love to see that here in Anchorage, Alaska. I would love to see it along with rules, along with the right licensing, along with the right regulations, along as we're following the regulations and licensing, background checks on drivers. You don't want some creepy person picking you up and they're taking you off coast. You're like, no, I said Boniface. Why are we in Wasilla? But as long as we have the right rules and regulations, I'm all for Uber. One of my cars are in the shop right now. I could have used the Uber to get here, but I'm here.
Okay, last question for you. Is there a promise that you would like to make to voters right now that you will fulfill if elected?
Although my little girl tells me, she holds me dear to my promises, so I try not to make promises to her, but I will try my best. I will try my best to not raise taxes. I will try my best to minimize the spending. And I will try my best to do a good job for Midtown.
All right. It's all anyone can ask, right?
It's all anyone can ask. So if they come back to you promise, like, no, I didn't promise.
Okay, Marcus Sanders running for the open spot in Midtown. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.